Hello everyone, welcome to English Can. This is Shivashish Dash. Today I have come up with Tongue of Beauty by John Keats, and it's prescribed for the students of class 12. So before we start, make sure that you have hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more such videos. So this poem was composed by John Keats, who is a very renowned English poet. He was born on 31st October 1795 and he passed away on 23rd February 1821. He passed away at a very young age due to tuberculosis. He was born in the United Kingdom and he was a very famous English romantic poet. In fact, he was one of the mainstays of English romantic poetry. So this poem, A Thing of Beauty, it is an excerpt, it is a small part of the poem Endymion, a poetic romance, which was composed by John Keats. So in this poem, John Keats describes beauty, and as the title suggests, a thing of beauty, he will tell us about the beautiful things. So at first, a question will arise in our minds that what is a beautiful thing? Look, for every individual, a beautiful thing will have different meanings. For example, for some of you, you might find pleasure, you might find beauty in using mobile. That mobile will be a beautiful thing for you. Or someone else, you may find beauty in movies, because you will derive pleasure when you watch those movies. So for you, that will be a beautiful thing. Or for someone else, you may find beauty in a person, because you will get pleasure whenever you meet that person. So beauty has different meanings for each one of us. But here in this poem, John Keats, as we know that he is a romantic poet, he deals with nature, he deals with Mother Earth. So in this poem, we will have a perspective of beauty from his point of view. Look, whenever we study a poem, we get the point of view of that poet. So John Keats tries to give us his own point of view about the beauty and what beauty is according to him and what beauty should be according to all of us. So the initial lines are: a thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So if we take the initial lines, a thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases. Here John Keats tries to give us a brief idea that what is a beautiful thing. He says that a thing of beauty is a joy forever, means a thing which is really beautiful, it will give us a joy, and that joy will be forever. Look, in this materialistic world, the current world, in our modern world, the things that we get pleasure from, the things which are beautiful according to us, these things are not very permanent. These are very temporary things. For example, if we get pleasure out of using a mobile, in the initial few days we will be very happy in using that, we will find new features while using it, but after a couple of months we may feel that no, this is no longer useful to me, because an updated version of or another mobile might have been introduced in the market, which has better features. So according to us, that new mobile will be more beautiful, that will be of more pleasure to us. So in our modern world, the things that we consider to be as beautiful are actually not beautiful, because these things don't provide beauty to us forever. But the nature which is beautiful according to the poet, this nature will give us joy forever. For example, if we see the things of nature, suppose like the moon or the beautiful flowers, if I look at the moon today, I will get the pleasure. If I look at the moon tomorrow also, I will get the similar pleasure, because it is so much beautiful, it is so beautiful that its loveliness will never increase. I will get the joy more and more whenever I look at it again and again. In modern world, the beauty of a thing, the joy that we derive from a beautiful thing keeps on decreasing. If I meet a person today, first of all, I'll see all the positive aspects in him, but as I keep passing time with that person, I will come to know about his negative aspects too. So in my mind, the joy that I used to derive from that person, it might get decreased. But the nature the Mother Earth, the things that are beautifully present in this nature, the joy that we derive from those things, it will never decrease. In fact, it will keep on increasing. That's what he says in the next lines also. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, means a beautiful thing will provide you joy forever. It will provide you joy for your whole life. Its loveliness increases. Its loveliness, the pleasure that we will derive from that beautiful thing, it will not decrease. In fact, it will keep on increasing. As I mentioned, whenever we find a thing beautiful, its loveliness might decrease after a few days, but the things that are present in nature, the things that are actually beautiful in this nature, its loveliness will keep on increasing every day. If I look at a flower today, I'll find it beautiful. If I look at it again tomorrow, I might find it a bit more beautiful. So its loveliness will keep on increasing and it will never decrease. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness. Here nothingness means to die, to finish, to get exhausted, or to get wasted. So he says that a thing of beauty will never pass into nothingness. Means a thing which is really beautiful, it will never be wasted, it will never end, it will never get exhausted. Means it will keep on being there forever and ever and ever. Here he means to say that the Mother Nature, the earth, the beauty that is present in this nature, it will remain forever and ever, and its beauty will never decrease. In fact, it will keep on increasing with the passage of time. So I think it's very much clear to you now. But will keep a bower quiet for us. He says that the loveliness of a beautiful thing will never decrease. In fact, he says that the opposite thing will occur. He says that but means he wants to turn around the tone. He says that it will never pass into nothingness, but instead of passing into nothingness, what will happen? Will keep a bower quiet for us. Here, bower means a shady place, a place which provides us protection from the sunlight. So he says that this thing of beauty will never pass into nothingness. In fact, it will keep a bower quiet for us. Means a beautiful thing, it will prepare a bower, it will prepare a shady place which is very much quiet, which will give us peace of mind. Suppose we are traveling or we are walking around in a very on a very sunny day and it's very warm outside and we need some shade. Where we will get the shade? We will get the shade under a tree. So here again the poet wants to say that Mother Nature provides us shade from everything, from every sorrow in our life. So here he says that a thing of beauty will prepare a bower quiet for us. It will prepare a shady place for us that will give us protection. And that protection is not only from sunlight, it has a literal meaning also. He means to say that a thing of beauty means the joy that we will get from a beautiful thing. It will protect us from every sorrow in our life. It will give us a peace in our life. So let's have a look at it again. But will keep a bower quiet for us. It will build a bower for us which is very quiet. It will be a very shady and good place, and a sleep full of sweet dreams. Means when do we get sweet dreams in our sleep? If the sleep is peaceful one, if the sleep is a very deep one, if the sleep is a very comfortable one, then only we get to see the sweet dreams. So he says that if we are in the lap of Mother Nature, we can see dreams that will be very sweet. We will be in a very happy state of mind, and this will only come from Mother Nature. This will only come from the thing which is truly beautiful, that is our nature. And health and quiet breathing. We will also get health. Look, if we protect the nature, nature will give us gift. What gift it will be? It will be health. In this, in the current scenario, we see that there is pollution all around. But if we go to the lap of Mother Nature, we will get health. We will become healthy. And quiet breathing. We will be able to breathe quietly. We will be able to breathe nicely. So this is what he means to say, that he says that nature is the only thing which is truly beautiful, and this nature will give us many things. It will give us many gifts. That will be, those gifts are a bower The nature will provide us a protection from everything in life. It may be that sunlight, or it may also be the sorrows in our life. It will also give us good sleep that will be full of sweet dreams, means we will be in a peaceful state of mind, and health and quiet breathing. Nature will also provide us health, it will provide us good health, and we shall also be able to breathe quietly, means we will be in a very healthy environment. So let's see what's there in the next few lines. Therefore, on every morrow are we reading a flowery band to bind us to the earth. So we see that this line starts with the word therefore. This is actually a linkage to the previous lines. As we saw in the previous lines that the things that the thing of beauty provides us, these are mentioned, that a thing of beauty, it will provide us good sleep, it will also provide us sweet dreams, it will also provide us a healthy environment. So therefore, because of all those reasons, on every morrow are we reading a flowery band to bind us to the earth. Here there is a word morrow. Morrow means morning or tomorrow. Here the poet wants to say that as the thing of beauty, as the Mother Nature provides us so many things, therefore due to this reason, every morning we are reading a flowery band. We are making, reading means to make or to, you have seen that people make garlands with flowers. They put one flower after another, that is known as wreathing. So as a thing of beauty provides us with so much good things, so much positive things, that is why on every morning we wake up and we make a flowery band. We try and make a garland to bind us to the earth. Here there is a deeper meaning of this line. He wants to say that every morning we wake up and we find such things that are present in nature which give us inspiration, which give us many reasons to live in this world. Look, there are many negative things in this world which may cause us trouble, which may create a problem for us in this world. We may get depressed. But there are also some positive things in this world, that is the beauty which is present in this nature. And due to this positivity, due to these positive things in nature, we wake up every morning and we read a flowery band. Means we try and make a flowery band. We try and put together those things in nature which give us joy. Means you may wake up in the morning thinking that this is a very dull day, but you may be a lover of flower. You might be a person who loves flowers. You may go to your garden and see that no, there are many flowers, and you might feel the joy. You may also have a pet at home. You may go and feed it. So you will find many reasons in this nature that will help you to motivate yourself. So here he means to say that on every morning we wake up and we try and read a flowery band. We try and put together those things of beauty that give us pleasure and to bind us to the earth. And those beautiful things, they help us to bind us to this earth. They help us to build up a bonding with this world, build up a bonding with the nature. So this is the meaning of his line, that he wants to say that because of all those beautiful things, because of all the good things that beautiful things provide us, all the good things that the beauties of nature provide us, we wake up every morning and we try and put those things together so that we find inspiration to live in this world. So let's proceed to the next lines. Spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways made for our searching, yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pot. Here he begins the line with this phrase, spite of. Spite of means, in spite of means even after having this. So here he will mention some negativities, some negative things that are present in this world, some things that give us a sorrow, some things that may make our spirits down, some things that will create trouble in our life. He will mention some such things that these are present in this world. So let's see what he says. Spite of despondence means even though there is despondence in this world, means there is hopelessness. Sometimes we become very much hopeless. We see that no, there is no hope to survive. Like the current situation, we are going through a very tough time due to COVID-19, and some of us may become hopeless. We may think that no, there is no hope for us to survive. There is no future. So in this world there is despondence, there is hopelessness. So he says that spite of despondence means even though we have despondence in this world, of the inhuman dearth of noble natures. Here there are two words that you need to understand. First one is dearth. Dearth means lack of, to not have much, of noble natures. Noble natures means people who are good people, okay, good human beings. So he says that there is despondence in this world, there is hopelessness in this world, and there is also a dearth of noble natures, means there is also a lack of noble natures. He means to say that in this world, not many people are there who are good human beings. There is a inhuman dearth of noble natures, means there is a very cruel, inhuman means cruel, there is a very cruel dearth of human natures, means in this present world, you will not find many people who are good at heart. Most of them are very much cruel. So he says that there is a dearth of noble natures. There is a lack of noble natures in this world. He is trying to put together all those negative things that are present in this world. Of all the gloomy days, he also says that in this world we sometimes have many gloomy days. Gloomy days means those days which are not very good to us. Means on those days when we are very much sad. Many a times we see that we are not having a very great day. Means again I am mentioning to the current situation, this period of lockdown, this is a very gloomy stage for us. We are not very much happy. We are suffering every day. So he also says that this world has many gloomy days. Of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. Here this one means over, okay. He says that there are many unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. So this line says that in this world, God has created many ways for our survival. Means he has provided us many options so that we can survive. But we don't always choose the correct options. If we have to work hard for something, we don't always work hard for it. We try and find some shortcut way to it. So he says that there are many ways for our searching. Means we have many ways in this world where we can which we can choose, but we choose the unhealthy and over darkened ways. We don't always choose those ways which are healthy, those ways which are good. We sometimes choose the unhealthy and over darkened ways, means the negative ways. We don't always follow the correct path. We may sometimes follow the negative path also. So this he says that all these things are present in this world, and these are all negative things. These will not make us happy. He mentioned that there is despondence, there is hopelessness, there is inhuman dearth of noble natures. Not many good people are present in this world. And he says that there are also gloomy days in this world. He says that we have many ways for our searching, means we have many options in life, but we don't always take the correct option. We take the unhealthy and over darkened ways. We choose the shortcut methods sometimes, which may not be the right path. So he says that all these negative things are present in this earth. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Now this is the turning point of the poem. This word yes, he says it with a bit of aggression. He says that yes, all these things are present in our earth, but yes, so in spite of all, in spite of having all these negative things, yes, I agree that all these negative things are there, still some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. In spite of having all these negative things, some shape of beauty, means some element of beauty, something which is beautiful. Here he means to say something in the nature which is beautiful moves away the pall. Here pall means any kind of covering that is hiding something from our dark spirits. He says that in spite of having all these negative things have covered our spirits. It has covered our soul. It has made our soul very dark. It has made all of us very sad. But in spite of having all these negative things, some element of beauty, something which is beautiful in this nature, it will remove this covering, it will remove this pall from our spirit. He actually means to say that we are very much depressed, we are very much sad because here in this world everything seems to be negative, everything seems to be hopeless. Wherever we go, wherever we see, we only find negativity around. But still, in spite of having all this negativity around, some shape of beauty, some element of beauty is present in this world that will provide us joy. So in the next lines we will see that John Keats discusses the elements of beauty which are present in nature and that will move away the pall from our dark spirits. So let's have a look. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young sprouting a shady boon, for simple sheep, and such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills against the hot season, the mid-forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. Here this is actually a continuation from the previous line. In the previous lines he mentions that even though there are many negative aspects in this world, still some elements of nature move away the pall, move away the covering from our dark spirits. So he begins with the examples. He says that such the sun, means he says that there are many elements of beauty in this nature and some of these are such the sun, means like the sun, the moon. He says that sun is also an element of beauty in this nature, and in fact it is true, because if there was no sun, life on earth would not have been possible. Just imagine if there was no sun, if we only had night, we only had dark days, it would have been a very terrible time. So sun is also a symbol, or sun is also an element of beauty, natural beauty. He also talks about the moon, and we all know that moon is definitely a symbol of beauty, and many poets have taken the help of moon to compare someone who is beautiful. You might have tried sitting out in the open and looking at the full moon at night. It gives us tremendous pleasure, it gives us tremendous joy, and that joy comes from a thing which is truly beautiful, that is the moon. He also says that trees, old and young, he also says that trees are very much beautiful, no matter whether they are old or young, means whether those trees are very big or not that much big. These are also elements of beauty, because the trees sprout a shady boon. We all know that trees provide us shade, and this shade is like a boon. He says that sprouting a shady boon means trees provide us, trees give us a shady boon, means they give us a shade, and that shade is like a boon. Boon means blessing. So the trees provide us a shady boons, means they give us protection from the sunlight, from the harsh heat, and this is in fact like a boon, it's like a blessing. He also says a very interesting thing here, that these trees provide shade for the simple sheep. Here he puts forward the beauty of nature. Nature is equal to everyone. Nature never discriminates between a powerful and a weaker one. It never discriminates, it is equal to everyone. So he says that the trees, which are, it might be old or young, it provides boon, it provides shady boon to simple sheep. Means here sheep, these are considered to be simple. Sheep are very much simple, they don't know anything, they are very weak creatures, they are considered to be very weak creatures. But the nature, the mother earth, the symbol of beauty that is present in mother earth, that is trees, these trees provide shade to those simple sheep also. So here we see another beautiful aspect of nature, that nature never discriminates. It is equal to all the powerful creatures also and all the not so powerful creatures also. And such are daffodils with the green world they live in. He again mentions another beautiful thing in nature. He mentions the daffodils. We all know that daffodils are beautiful flowers. These are generally yellow in color, and he says that daffodils are also an element of beauty with the green world they live in. Means daffodils, they are found in nature. Green world means nature, and daffodils provide a beautiful tone to the nature. Daffodils enhance the beauty of nature. So this is what he mentions. He is actually mentioning those things which are beautiful and those things which are present in nature and which can be considered to be beautiful. And he also says, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. He now tells us about the clear rills. Now what are rills? Rills are actually small rivers or small drains, you can say. These are generally found in the hilly regions, or whenever it rains in the forest, or whenever it rains in the hilly regions, water creates its own pathway. Water creates its own pathway in the soft soil, and while it is on its course, while it goes on to meet the river, it creates a cooling covert, means it creates a cooling place for itself against the hot season. You must have noticed that whenever there is a passage of water, whenever there is a small river, you may say, in the forest, you may find that around it there are some small bushes, or it creates a cool covert for itself. It creates such a place so that its water can remain cool. So this is what he mentions, that he says that, and clear rills for themselves a cooling covert means those clear rills, they for themselves only they prepare a cooling covert, they prepare a cooling shield so that they can protect them against the hot season. Here against means they will be able to protect themselves against the hot season. So in order to keep itself cool, they build up a cooling covert for themselves. He also says that the mid-forest brake rich with a sprinkling of fair musk. Now he talks about the mid-forest brake. So what is a mid-forest brake? You must have seen in movies, or you must have seen yourself if you have traveled in the forest. In forest, some parts are there which are very much clear, which are not very much dense. Means if you are walking through a forest, a very much deep forest, it will be full of trees and bushes. You will have to make your way around. But some part of the forest will be there which is very much clear. It has a clear space. So this is known as mid-forest brake. So he says that in the mid-forest brake also, there we may find some fair musk rose. So fair musk rose, it is a kind of a rose. It's a very beautiful kind of flower. So he says that in the mid-forest brake, you will find fair musk rose. You will find such a place which is rich in fair musk rose. He says that rich with sprinkling of fair musk rose means in that mid-forest brake, you will find in abundance. You will find many such musk roses. Means he says that a sprinkling of fair musk rose will be found. Means you will find bunches of musk rose. Means sprinkling means here he means to say that you will find bunches. You will find in abundance. You will find many such fair musk roses. So he says that in the mid-forest brake you will also find such fair musk rose, and this will bloom, means this will blossom, means this will no longer remain in their initial stage. This will be big enough and you will be able to enjoy its beauty. So in these lines we see that the poet John Keats, he is telling us about the elements of beauty which are present in nature and those which will help us to remove all the negativity around from our life. So now let's proceed to the next few lines. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. So he has mentioned many things and many elements of beauty in this nature. Now he presents a very interesting thing which he also considers to be beautiful. He says that the grandeur of the dooms means the glory. Grandeur means the glory or the impressiveness. He says that the grandeur of the dooms, here dooms means death. He says that death is often considered to be a very negative thing. But Keats says that in death also there is some positivity, there is some glory, there is some grandeur. So it's not about any ordinary death, it's the death of the mighty dead. He says that whenever we consider or whenever we think about the death of those mighty people, means death of those great people who have done something good or who have sacrificed their life for any good cause, in that death also there is some beauty. For example, we can take the example of our great Shahid Bhagat Singh. He sacrificed his life for our nation. So his death, it was not an ordinary death, it was for a good reason. So he can be considered as the mighty dead. So Keats says that beauty is also associated with death. He says that such too is the grandeur of the dooms. He says that there is also glory in death. We have imagined, that we have thought for the mighty dead. Whenever we think about the death of those people who sacrificed their life for any good reason, that thought or that thing is also glorious. That thing is also beautiful. All lovely tales that we have heard or read. So he now discusses the final element of beauty according to him. So he says that we have read or we have heard many lovely tales, many lovely stories right from our childhood, and those stories are also very much beautiful. And in fact, it is very much true. Right from our childhood, we have heard many stories from our parents, from our grandparents, from our teachers also, and we have also read many stories. These stories influence our behavior. In every step of life, we will correlate those stories in every situation of our life. Our behavior, our character, our attitude is determined by those stories. If we have heard any good story having a good moral, and if we take that moral seriously, we will try to implement that thing in our own life also. So these stories are also considered to be very beautiful because they have a great impact in our life. So these are all the things that John Keats has considered to be beautiful, and he says that these are the true things and these are the actual things which are beautiful, and God has given us those things to enjoy. So let's see what he has to say in the final stage. An endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heaven spring. He says that all these beautiful things that he has mentioned, that are given to us by God or that are present in this nature, these are actually in fact like an immortal drink. He says that it is like an endless fountain of immortal drink. Here fountain means a flow of water that is pouring, means it is coming down. He says that these beautiful things, all these beautiful things, these are like an endless fountain, means this fountain will never end. It will never be exhausted. It will keep coming to us again and again. This sun, this moon, these beautiful things, they will never end, right? So he also says that these beautiful things are like an endless fountain of immortal drink. These are immortal drink, means this will never die. This will never vanish. This is like an immortal drink. And who gives us this immortal drink? It is pouring unto us, means it is being poured. It is being transferred to us from the heaven spring. Brink means the extreme edge of something, means when you come to the extreme edge of something, this is known as brink. He says that all these beautiful things, these are like an immortal drink, and these are being transferred unto us, means these are being blessed upon us, these are being given to us from the heaven spring. Means God is standing at the brink of the heaven. He is standing at the edge of the heaven, and he is blessing us everyone with these elements of beauty, with these elements of natural beauty. So in this poem, John Keats tries to say that beautiful things are actually those things which are present in this nature, which God has blessed us with, and we must take notice of those things. Look, in this modern world, we have become very much materialistic. We find beauty in materialistic things. We are no longer attached to nature. So by reading this poem, we will get a clear idea of how nature is beautiful and how this beauty of nature never decreases, and in fact it keeps on increasing, and how it will provide joy to us. So I hope you all enjoyed this poem. If you have any doubts regarding this poem, you may leave your questions in the comment section below, and I'll suggest every one of you to go through the text again and again. And I have a small tip for you. After watching this video, take a gap of 10 or 15 minutes and come back and watch this video again, the whole duration of the video, and you will never ever forget this poem. This is what I feel, because whenever we watch something with full attention, we have the ability to retain that thing for the rest of our life. So thanks a lot for watching this video. For more such videos, stay tuned to my channel.